12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
And a good morning to you. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. It is Monday, November 20th. It's good to have a bunch of guys here today. We'll talk to RJ and Justin in a moment. Max Massey, hello.
It is an honor to be here with you, Mark.
It is an honor to have you with us.
I am here because Stephanie is out for the holiday season.
That's right.
We know a lot of people out and about for vacation. Have you started either game planning for Thanksgiving meal or even preparing it?
Absolutely. Coordination has begun, and I actually stopped by an H-E-B yesterday. Have you ever seen that scene in World War Z where the world's coming to an end? Everybody went to the grocery store.
Yes.
And everybody, that's what it was. It was crazy.
So one of the things that we like to talk about is not the best Thanksgiving sides.
The worst.
The worst.
Yes, there's a ranking that is out. The most hated Thanksgiving foods. The survey was done by The Vacationer. All right, so let's go through these, Max, and then I'm going to read a few comments from our viewers from Facebook.
Okay, so the top spot, cranberry sauce. 31%, more than 31% of participants saying they hate cranberry sauce.
Yeah, sweet potatoes or yams are up there at just under 30%.
And then green bean casserole. Now, you said you make a pretty mean green bean casserole.
It's one of my favorites.
Okay.
But I also like the canned cranberry sauce, so don't hold that against me. But I posted a little while ago on my KSAT Facebook page, KSAT Mark Austin, most hated Thanksgiving side dish go. And there is a ton of people that were with the, we hate green bean casserole. As a matter of fact, one used all caps, yuck.
No kidding.
Yeah, she doesn't like it.
No, okay. So this one's a little
Whoa, wait a minute.
I know.
That's not a side dish.
Yeah, so we specifically in the survey, it asked for most hated sides. 27% of participants said turkey.
Maybe they meant tofurkey.
Oh, I've never had one of those. I'm good without it.
Look on Justin's face when I said tofurkey. A lot of folks don't like stuffing.
I'm in the stuffing camp.
Okay, I love stuffing / dressing. The one that I gagged on was the old school oyster stuffing where they put oysters in it. Kind of an East Coast thing.
Yeah, I never had that.
That's a no.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
And then here's another one. I guess if you want to make the argument that turkey's the main dish, the ham could be a side of ham. Sounds like a pretty ideal Thanksgiving.
Okay, so some ham haters there. Coleslaw is also on the list. Moving along, pumpkin pie, mashed potatoes, macaroni and cheese also on the hated list.
Justin, why are your hands up?
Because David swears up and down that macaroni and cheese is not a Thanksgiving side.
I think it depends on the on the family.
We should check with an unbiased third party. RJ Marquez, do you think macaroni and cheese is a Thanksgiving side dish? Yes or no? Your career is on the line.
Yes, I've had macaroni and cheese during Thanksgiving before.
Thank you.
Yes, it exists.
Okay, and a lot of folks hate their veggies, so not surprising that carrots would be on the list.
Same thing with the corn.
Apple pie is also on there.
Who hates apple pie?
It's
un-American. Yeah, un-American to hate apple pie. I'm going to put you on the spot. What is your most hated side?
Most hated side. Yeah, I don't need the sweet potatoes or the yams. I could eat all the rest of that.
Okay.
You?
I'm going stuffing. I know that it's obviously customary. I know. I got some ooze in the background.
Wow.
Justin?
Sweet potatoes, especially when they put the marshmallows on top.
Right.
Oh, you don't like that?
No, it's too sweet.
Oh, I love that. You put some brown sugar on it too?
No, it's too sweet.
So let's do this. We're having a Thanksgiving potluck here on Wednesday.
Wednesday.
All right, let's hide everything but sweet potatoes with the marshmallows on top and bring a big old spoon for Justin Horn.
Yeah. No, thank you. Green bean casserole, though, is solid, I think.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? Who picked that?
That was the top pick.
So is macaroni and cheese, for that matter.
No,
let's get a tofurkey day forecast.
We're getting the cue to move on. All right, we've got a front moving through today. It is going to bring some changes. Foggy and kind of drizzly right now, but that front makes it through here about noontime. Speaking of food, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. is when it should be here, and then through the rest of the area by 2 to 4 o'clock. What will it bring us? Well, gusty winds first and foremost. I don't think we're going to get much rain out of this, and you'll see a little bit of a cool down. We'll see temperatures peak around 1 or 2 o'clock near 80, and then they'll fall down into the 70s and eventually 60s tonight. And again, rain is unlikely with this front. It's more of a wind event for us. As we take a look at the time lapse here, Fog did develop again this morning. But unlike yesterday, this will go away pretty quickly once that front comes through. 67 right now in San Antonio. Visibility is down about 3/4 of a mile. Most places in the 60s this morning, and most places dealing with fog. You see the visibility around the area. Everyone dealing with some sort of lowered visibility at this point. So that is going to cause a few issues. But again, it's maybe another hour or so, and this fog will start to go away because that front comes through. So fog, a few sprinkles this morning. And then by 1 or 2 o'clock, we're up near 80. That's our peak temperature. And then we start to fall with those gusty winds in that front. So by this evening, we're down into the 60s, northwesterly winds gusting probably around 25 to maybe 30 miles per hour. Those strong winds last right on into tomorrow. So we have this front. We have another little system that may bring a few showers for Thanksgiving Day, and then another front down the line. So busy 7-day forecast. We'll look at that in a bit. But the fog likely causing some issues on the roadways. How's it looking, RJ?
Yeah, Justin, not very many big things, but a lot of little things across the area. And as you specifically mentioned the fog, wanted to take you outside here with TransGuide traffic cameras. You can see we do have some fog there in the distance there. This is 151 at West Military. A lot of our other cameras also kind of showing some similar kind of looks there, but again, not causing any major delays because there is no school, obviously, for a lot of our major school districts this week, so that's good news. We do have a couple of smaller things, as I just mentioned. 35 northbound at George Beach Drive. That's on the near northeast side, so it's going to be affecting our traffic there at 410 and 35. We know that this is already a very busy area. And going all the way on the other side of town, we do have a stalled vehicle being reported on the eastbound lanes there at US 90 and Loop 410. But I was looking at the cameras in this area a little bit earlier. It does not appear to be causing any major delays or issues at the moment. Our maps were indicating a crash earlier near Jones-Maltzberger Road, but that has been cleared out. So again, smooth sailing out there. Biggest thing we've been kind of dealing with throughout the morning has been the fog as we get to the rotating cameras. See a little bit of haze out there, a little bit of mist, but traffic for the most part looking pretty good out there, and we like it to see it that way. So 281 Tacoma there, traffic moving pretty good there. 281 at Grayson, traffic moving smooth sailing there. All right, Mark and Max, back to you guys.
RJ, thank you.
All right, here's today's 9 at 9.
Tributes are pouring in for former First Lady Rosalynn Carter, who died over the weekend at her home in Plains, Georgia. She was 96 years old. The Carter Center announced that she will lie in repose at the Carter Presidential Library in Atlanta next Monday, and she'll be buried in Plains next Wednesday.
Encouraging news from the Middle East. A deal to free more hostages held by Hamas appears to be closer to happening. The number of hostages to be released and the length of the ceasefire that would be imposed still being negotiated. In the meantime, more videos being released to the public from inside the hospital that seem to have appeared to act as a headquarters during the attack. Now, there is growing hope that a pause in the fighting could come soon.
Thanksgiving travel this week expected to be the busiest it's been ever, and some variables such as weather will make the trip to see family and friends a little more taxing. AAA says the clear majority of travelers, close to 89%, are driving to their destinations. As for those heading to the airport, the FAA predicts Wednesday will be the busiest day for travel.
New polling shows President Joe Biden facing a near historic deficit in his re-election bid if he faces off against former President Donald Trump next year. A recent CNN analysis of multiple polls showing Trump leading Biden between 2 and 4 points among likely voters. Now, those figures buck the usual trend when incumbents at this point in their presidency have on average led their eventual challengers by more than 10%.
Today's your final chance to apply for the city's home rehabilitation program. It was created to help fund forgivable loans to low and moderate income households to remodel homes to address health, safety, or code issues. The city has about $26 million this year to help about 650 families. To see what the program covers and how to apply, just look for this story on KSAT.com.
The whirlwind weekend around the artificial intelligence giant behind ChatGPT, OpenAI, well, it's spinning into the new week. After the OpenAI board ousted CEO Sam Altman on Friday, there were talks about possibly bringing him in back on the weekend, but instead, he's now headed to Microsoft, who has invested $10 billion into OpenAI, and he's going to be heading Microsoft's AI research department.
Speaking of Microsoft, they launched a new app giving access to Windows from iPhones, iPads, Macs, and PCs. The app works by allowing users to run a remote Windows PC and stream the output to their Apple devices. For now, the new Windows app is only available for business accounts.
And a new messaging app already being pulled from Google Play Store just days after being released. Google says the launch of the app called Nothing Chats is actually being delayed due to privacy concerns. Reports say, contrary to the app's claims, the app does not have end-to-end encryption.
For a lot of us, we need to see a massive pay bump to feel happier. In a survey from financial services company Empower, most Americans say it would take about a 50% pay bump to feel more content and less stressed. And that's today's 9 at 9. In your other morning headlines, former President Donald Trump has lawyers in 2 courts today, and Elon Musk in the middle of controversy again, and it is costing him.
All right, plus, the pop star Shakira just saved a lot of money and avoiding jail time. Plus, Disney expanding in Hong Kong. David Sears joining us live. David, where are we starting?
I might have to ask, when did Frozen come? When did the movie Frozen come out?
I don't know. People sing it all the time. I've never
5-6 years
seen
ago?
it. Justin?
Right?
2010?
Wow.
Yeah.
And this thing is still alive today. It's still alive and kicking.
It is.
The whole theme. We'll talk about that in just 2013, I'm told. Okay, so it's still, what is that, 10 years?
10 years.
Almost 11 years?
Yep.
All right, we'll got more on that in just a second, but first let's start with this. While former President Donald Trump and his organization is still on trial in New York for fraud, more legal issues than other cases are playing out right now. There is a gag order hearing going on this morning in a federal appeals court. This one concerns the Trump federal election case. Trump's lawyers are arguing that putting a gag order on him does not allow him to defend himself as he continues to campaign for the presidency. The prosecution is saying his attacks on special counsel Jack Smith, his staff, witnesses, and other personnel could put them in danger. Last month, a federal judge in a D.C. court put a halt on the gag order until this hearing could take place. The appeals panel is made up of 3 judges. As of now, that trial is on the schedule for March. Ex-owner Elon Musk has stepped into it again. This time it's costing him huge advertising money. Apple, IBM, Paramount, and Disney all taking ads off of X. Here's why. Musk agreed with a post echoing an anti-Semitic conspiracy theory that falsely claims Jews are organizing immigrants to replace the white race. There is more. The group Media Matters claimed in a report that X puts ads for some big-time brands right next to neo-Nazi content. Musk says not true and is planning on filing a lawsuit today claiming a fraudulent attack on his company. Musk said this on a post on Friday. Anyone advocating the genocide of any group will be suspended from this platform.
And I think the most important thing is that in his response, in that legal threat, he actually confirmed that our reporting was accurate. I mean, he said that everything in our report, actually, as we said it existed, did actually exist on the platform.
Now, Musk does say that X does not put brands next to that kind of content on purpose. Media Matters, of course, disagrees. Pop star Shakira will not have to go to trial after all. She is being accused of tax fraud in Spain, but her team reached a deal and the judge announced the agreement right at the beginning of the proceedings. The Spanish government said she didn't pay them $15 million in taxes from 2012 to 2014. Instead, she agreed to pay $8 million instead of going to trial and got a 3-year suspended sentence. Although in a statement, Shakira said that she was ready to face a trial and defend her innocence. Shakira says she didn't even live in Spain during that time. However, the prosecution was ready to call 117 witnesses to prove she did live there. We're talking beauticians, healthcare professionals, her driver. If she would have been found guilty, she could have gone to jail for 8 years and been fined $26 million. It is the first World of Frozen, and it just opened in Hong Kong. There you go. Frozen's still alive. Hasn't melted yet. Disney Imagineers spent more than 3 years coming up with the concept and designs. Visitors are going to feel like they are right there in the middle of Frozen scenes from the movie. There's also a ride. It represents the largest and boldest expansion in Hong Kong since 2005.
Honcho there, Bob Iger.
Yeah.
I knew there was a Disney Tokyo. I didn't know there was one in Hong Kong.
Yeah. Big time.
I had no idea.
I've never seen Frozen. People sing it. It's a whole.
Well, you got some grandkids, you'll see it.
Okay, that's a good point.
Well, I guess you got to start with some kids first.
Yeah, I'm a few years away from that one, though, David.
Yeah.
Maybe Frozen 14. I'll meet up with you there.
But you'll probably still be there.
Yeah.
The evolution of a conversation. David, thank you very much. 9:12, 67 degrees.
All right, if you like what you see so far, don't worry. We're just getting started. We're going to be right back after the commercial break.
9:16. Welcome back to GMSA at 9. Throughout the season of giving, the San Antonio Food Bank has different ways to get involved and help those in need.
Tiffany Huerta shares how one family impacted by the services is also giving back.
In the summertime, they had the food bank where you go eat at the schools, and we were doing that a lot.
Caroline De La Fuente says money is tight. She helps take care of her grandchildren and says the San Antonio Food Bank has helped them during this difficult time.
And every month, it's that, let's go to the food bank.
The San Antonio Food Bank serves about 100,000 people each week and is doing everything they can to help many families this holiday season.
We've delivered close to 10,000 turkeys already. We still have a few thousand more we're trying to collect.
Eric Cooper, the president and CEO of the San Antonio Food Bank, says there are ways to help people dealing with food insecurity.
There's a huge opportunity for everyone to make a difference on Thanksgiving Day, and that's our annual turkey trot. So it's a 5K walk run, it's downtown. All the revenue from the turkey trot goes to help purchase turkeys for families.
The San Antonio Food Bank has different volunteer opportunities, including sorting and packing food. People of all ages, including kids, can participate.
There is always another opportunity to serve in our meal programs, preparing food.
Caroline is thankful her family will have a meal this Thanksgiving, and on this special day, she will also give back.
In the morning, we'll go to Raul Jimenez and volunteer, and then go home and eat in the afternoon.
Tiffany Huertas, KSAT 12 News.
Folks, we're going to go to Zoo Cam. We've been told by our producer, Alex, what
is happening?
Is this the first time we've seen the hippos on HippoCam?
Together, too.
Timothy and Uma. Oh, my gosh. Have you seen them yet, Max?
No, I'm just happy to be here for this momentous
occasion.
occasion.
And they are too.
Okay.
Gathered for the holidays and enjoying a nice little soak on this Monday before Thanksgiving. Oh, it's a great day to go to the zoo.
Oh, is it? You know what, Justin? Is it a great day to go to the zoo?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. A little cloud cover this morning, but it clears out this afternoon.
Okay, we know a lot of people on holiday this week.
Yeah, there will be a lot of people at the zoo, regardless of the weather, but it turns out pretty nice, I think, later today, other than it'll be a little bit windy. And before we talk about the weather, a shameless plug here for No Shave November.
It's a great photo.
Yeah, thank you.
Was there a team photo?
We're working on that one. We'll get one here in a little bit. There's a QR code if you'd like to donate to my No Shave November.
Just to be explicitly clear, this is only for Justin's team.
Yes. Well, I took a page out of Max's book here, who, by the way, raised...
The Max Massey team is a grassroots movement, and we appreciate the more than 100 donations.
Yes.
If you can. We still are not at our goal, though.
Justin's like, this is my weathercast. Can you guys zip it?
No, you're fine. We wanted to, but listen, it is for a good cause. We're raising money for cancer research, of course, for No Shave November. We're all growing out our beards. All the fellows around here look great. And we appreciate your donations, of course, if you would like to our No Shave, to my No Shave fund. But we'll put the team up there in a little bit, too. 67 right now. Calm winds. Visibility is down to about a mile here in San Antonio with humidity at a 100%. Visibility is a problem in a lot of spots. Hondo about 1.5 miles. New Braunfels 2 miles, 1.25 there at Randolph, 1.5 Stinson. So the fog is going to be there about another hour or so before we get it to clear out. And you can see the clearing line back here just west of Bandera. So this sweeps through. We've got a front that will come through, as we talked about off the top of the show, by midday. But at the moment, still cloudy, still foggy. You got to give it another couple of hours before we see that sun. And you look at the big picture here, and there's our front right there, the spinning low here. And that front sweeps through. It takes all the moisture with it, and then we get the gusty winds to kick in. And I will tell you, while we don't really expect much rain here at all, if you're traveling to East Texas, there is a threat for severe weather today. And as you get into Louisiana, in this area here, there could be some strong storms. So keep that in mind if you're traveling to the east. Here's a look at that forecast. By 1 o'clock, fronts moving through. There are the gusty winds. A few clouds this afternoon, but not many. The sun will be out in the air, will dry out some too. Those gusty winds, by the way, continue right on into Tuesday morning. So we get gusty winds today, but this is tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock. Look at some of these gusts. 33 here in San Antonio, gusting to 40 in Kerrville, 37 in Hondo. So it's going to be a blustery morning tomorrow with temperatures dropping down to about 50 degrees or so. here in San Antonio, but it may feel a little bit colder than that Tuesday morning, so heads up. Then we look down the line. We get another little area of low pressure that cuts off from the flow and moves into Mexico and then tries to move in our direction as we get into Thursday. And that matters because obviously Thanksgiving we could see a bit more cloud cover and maybe a couple of showers, but this does affect the Thanksgiving forecast a little bit. That's why we pointed out. I don't think it's going to be a big problem, but know that there may be a shower or two Thursday morning. With the clouds around, it's going to keep temperatures a little cooler on Thanksgiving, I think, before this moves out. And then we got our next front, by the way, late in the weekend. So the Thanksgiving forecast, temperatures probably actually in the 50s with a shower early, but it's going to be hard to get temperatures into the 60s. So we're thinking maybe upper 50s with quite a bit of cloud cover for Thanksgiving. Here it is in the 7-day forecast. 63 Tuesday, 63 Wednesday, 59 on Thursday with that 20% chance of a shower. And then we get another front again on Sunday with a 20% chance of rain. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
More than 900 weapons. That's how many guns were voluntarily turned in by residents at yesterday's gun buyback event.
So this was the first of its kind event for the city of San Antonio. And clearly, as you can see from some of the photos behind us, a huge success. So many people showed up that the event actually had to close and earlier than it was scheduled to.
District 9 council member John Courage was behind the event. KSAT's Daniela Ibarra explains why he says the huge response will inevitably save lives.
It's a moving memorial. Each shirt represents a life lost to guns in Bexar County.
It's just the least we can do to bring awareness to such a tragic situation.
Over 2,700 of them lined the path to the Alamodome. Gun owners drove past them on the way to trade in their weapons.
I hope it reinforced their decision to be part of this.
Councilman John Courage planned this voluntary gun exchange. It's something he's wanted for years.
There's too much gun violence in our city, and some of that gun violence takes place in people's homes.
And now Courage says more than 900 guns are out of homes and off the streets.
We've learned that people in this community do want to make sure that they don't have any weapons in their homes that they don't need or that make them feel unsafe or that their concern could be used for something dangerous.
Gun owners got an HEB gift card for each firearm. Courage says they ran out of $175,000 worth of those gift cards. Donations and $100,000 of the councilman's discretionary funds helped pay for them.
We had several people say, thank you, we're going to feed our family Thanksgiving dinner, or thank you, we're going to go buy toys for our children or grandchildren.
Some are critical of the effectiveness of these buyback programs, including Chief William McManus. Courage says this event is about safety.
None of those weapons are going to harm anybody or kill anybody or commit a crime because they're going to be destroyed.
The councilman says he'll debrief on this event after Thanksgiving, and he is planning on having more of these events. Reporting from the Alamodome, Daniela Ibarra, KSAT 12 News.
927, 67 degrees. There's a lot more ahead on GMSA at 9.
That's right. We got to take a quick commercial break, but when we come back, we have a look at your Thanksgiving travel forecast for the week. And of course, we have morning sports.
Back outside with live cam. Days to grow. Grocery stores are going to be a very busy place in the coming days. You're watching GMSA. Whether it's for a small, intimate gathering or big reunion, millions of people will be on the move this Thanksgiving to get together with family and friends.
So if you plan to hit the road or take to the skies this week, ABC's Justin Finch has the travel forecast for the holiday.
Turkey Day is almost upon us, and AAA is expecting this to be the third busiest Thanksgiving for holiday travel since 2000. 55.4 million Americans are projected to travel domestically over the Wednesday through Sunday holiday period. 49 million are going to drive, while 4.7 million will fly to their destinations.
4.7 million is a big number, and it's a 6% jump compared to 2022.
The TSA says they are ready for the uptick, and to avoid delays, they want you to pack any Thanksgiving dinner items properly.
If you can spill it, spray it, spread it, pump it, or pour it, it's a liquid or it's an aerosol, and it should go in your checked baggage.
Cranberry sauce, even in a jelly-like consistency, cannot be taken in your carry-on luggage. For those 49 million hitting the road, a major reason for delays will be, well, there are 49 million other people out there with you.
Wednesday has notoriously been the worst day to be on the roads before Thanksgiving, and that time frame between 2 and 6 p.m. is the worst time to be on the road, because at that point you're mixing holiday travelers on the roads with commuters, people who have to work on Wednesday.
Try to be on the road by 10 a.m. Wednesday morning or wait until Wednesday night. You can also consider leaving early on Thanksgiving morning.
The roads are much more empty on Thursday morning than they are compared to Wednesday.
The good news for drivers, gas prices are much cheaper this Thanksgiving compared to last year.
They've been steadily coming down since mid-August, and we expect that trend to continue for the next couple of weeks.
Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
And AAA expects Sunday to be the busiest day to drive back home. They recommend leaving as early as possible Sunday morning, or if you can push the return trip back to Monday or Tuesday, try to do that. I know I'm going to be driving back Thursday evening. What we've done the last few years, Mark, is we eat real early, so we'll have Thanksgiving dinner at like 2 p.m.
There you go. Sounds good. Sounds about right. 37 at the Alamo Dome right now. Traffic is looking great. And we've seen weather similar to this for the last couple of days. It looks like things are starting to slowly clear out, though, in parts of our viewing area.
You're right, Mark. It's a little soupy out there. You look at that shot, but it's just 50 miles or so to our west. We're starting to get some clearing, and that clearing line will work through San Antonio by lunchtime and sun's out. It's just that it'll be a little bit cooler and windy as we head into the afternoon. I want to show you the pollen count. It's in. Not a surprise here. The damp day we had yesterday has kicked molds up into the moderate category. They're at 880. Heads up there. And then as we look at the big picture, the reason we're going to see the clouds clear out is that front right there. We're not getting much rain from it. In fact, we won't get any at all, it looks as though. But we'll get some rain up to the north along the front around Dallas and far east Texas. That front sweeps through and takes away all the fog you see there on our live cam. Temperatures right now at 68, 69 in New Braunfels, 68 in Seguin, mid-60s Bernie and Kerrville, and you see the visibilities are down in most spots still, although the ceilings just within the last 15 minutes or so are starting to lift there around San Antonio, so things are getting a little bit better. And a forecast for today, noontime 76, that's when the sun pops out. We make it all the way up to 80. It's going to be a warm day, but temperatures will start to tumble actually as we head into the afternoon with that front coming through, and then by tonight, 68 by 6 p.m., 65 at 7 o'clock, guys.
Thank you, Justin.
Football coverage brought to you by Davis Law Firm.
All right, Cowboys and Texans.
Yo, that's you. Yeah. They both start with M. I need to read. Go ahead.
Well, we got to watch some football not only this weekend, but earlier in the show. Both teams getting, I'll say it, much needed wins.
Indeed. And the woes continue for our Spurs. David and RJ are here to break down this weekend's action. Hey, guys, bunch of guys in here today.
Yeah.
Let's see who gets a word in edgewise today.
It's like five guys without the burgers.
That.
We need that on a promo.
How about that?
That was good.
We got a lot of jokes, though.
Yeah, definitely. All right.
Where do you want to start? You want to start with Cowboys?
Let's start with those Cowboys.
Let's start with Cowboys. Big win yesterday.
Cowboys taking care of business, David.
Yeah, they beat a team they should win against. Yeah. I mean, come on. It's Carolina, and Carolina is horrible.
Okay.
Well, they got like one win. They're bad.
Well, yeah.
Cowboys should beat them.
The Panthers are not good. And here's the thing. We said this about last week when they played the Giants. This week with Carolina, they need to come out and basically take care of business, beat these teams. They did just that. So Cowboys, you know what? You can only play who's on the schedule. I'm not even a Cowboys defender here, but that being said, Cowboys, look at this.
33 to
finally showed up.
33 to, yeah, I was going to say, he finally got in the end zone. They beat him 33-10. Dak, the numbers were not that impressive, but I mean, it was efficient. He was, 25 of 38, 189 yards, 2 touchdowns. So they actually scored in the red zone, which is, they've struggled that.
And I want to say
a couple times this year, so good for him.
Ron Bland, who we just saw there, maybe he's had like 4 or 5 touchdown returns now.
I think
that's more than a lot of like really good offensive players. I think Derrick Henry, the All-Pro running back for the Titans, has 4 touchdowns. So look, Cowboys defense taking care of business there, did what they had to do. Get ready for this Thanksgiving
And they'll get again a win against Washington, too. Washington is terrible. Trust me.
Yeah. I think Michael Parsons had a couple of sacks in the first half yesterday, so he came through. So we'll see.
Turkey Day matchup.
Need to do this too.
Commanders at Cowboys.
Speaking of Cowboys, though, tonight is a big one for the Cowboys as they sit at home and watch Philadelphia and the Chiefs.
Yes,
that's a big game.
Awesome.
Because they need the Chiefs to help them out a little bit.
That'd be nice. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
right,
so.
Max? No, Max.
Sorry,
you
Max.
know what? You can only play who's in front of you. Some of us have to play the Chiefs. Others get to go Giants.
Could you see
Panthers,
this being a
Commanders.
Super Bowl preview?
Carolina.
Chiefs, Eagles?
That'd be crazy.
Fuck them Cowboys.
Oh, let's calm down here. Why don't you guys keep playing the Panthers? Rack up those wins.
Thank you. All right, let's go to the Texans. Hey, this kid,
that's Kyler right there.
That's Kyler Murray, pretty good.
I like
too.
how you call him a kid because he's 5'4".
Yeah, no, because he's about half my age. That's why I call it a kid. And so C.J. Stroud, another. Well, that's a pretty good throw.
Yeah,
right there.
Look, the Cardinals come in. Kyler Murray's second game, but that was
a
nice.
touchdown. Should have been a touchdown. He slid into the end zone without getting touched.
It was.
I thought it was good. So.
Here's the thing about this game, David. The Texans, again, a mark of a good team here, a well-coached team. The fact that they did not play great.
Watch this.
CJ.
Boom, on the money, baby.
That was nice.
Rolling out.
Yeah.
The guy changed the pattern. He went in, out, and up.
Tank Dell, love that.
I think we call that a Z, don't we? In, out, and up, something like that.
But David, again, look, CJ Stroud, 3 interceptions. We haven't seen him struggle that much this season, but the defense came through here in a big way against a team. Look, the Cardinals, they got Kyler Murray back, kind of on a little bit of an upswing here. So this was a good win for the Texans, who improved to 6-4.
Yeah, which is great because next week they get the Jaguars. The Jaguars are 7-3, Texans 6-4. This is a big division game right here. If Texans can pull this off, and they're playing in Houston.
So they're one game behind Jacksonville right now, and they already beat Jacksonville on the road. So this would get them control the division.
This is big
stuff there for Houston.
Texans are fun to watch. Yesterday was like the second time I watched it. I was flipping back and forth.
Oh, he's getting on the bandwagon here.
Well, there's still room. I might jump on that one. See what happens. I like seeing him get in the playoffs. That'd be great for a rookie to come in from Ohio State, a rookie coach, and take this team into the playoffs.
Former Texan great.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. That's the cart before the horse.
Yeah. All right. So oh God, we got to mention the Spurs here. Okay, the Spurs.
Do we have to?
We do.
All right. Here's a question for you, RJ, real quick. How long does this Sohan experiment continue?
It should end yesterday. I mean, look, here's the deal. We've seen now the Spurs lose these big leads, and I just think there is not a stabilizing force when they go ahead and they start to see the lead kind of dwindle a little bit. So I don't know. You dwindle. It's evaporating. It gets going. Yeah.
Saturday night, I can't even remember who it was.
We've heard RJ.
18-0 run in the fourth quarter. 18-0 run in the fourth quarter. You can't get one basket.
You
can't get one basket in the fourth quarter.
What do you think the problem is?
What's the problem? Is there's nobody on the floor who can figure out where to put Wemby in the right spot so he can get the bucket that I mean, the guy's 7'4". He doesn't have to hardly jump to get it in. And they hadn't figured out where
very frustrating.
They've not figured out where to get him the ball because they don't have a true point guard. And they need a true point guard.
So you're over the Jeremy Sohan.
Just about. I mean, I was listening to Sean as the game was going on the other night, and he was talking about how he had a bad habit of picking up his dribble too soon. And then he showed a play where he actually didn't pick up his dribble. He dribbled down to the baseline, and then he passed it. But, how long can this last? I mean, you're 3 and, what are you, 3 and 10? 3 and 10? You've lost 8 in a row?
Yep.
I mean, how long do you go with losses before you figure out that, maybe this isn't working?
Four of those games, they had big leads, and you would have think they would have won a couple of those.
Two things are happening. They're either getting blown out right off the top in these 8 losses, or they're blowing big leads. So that's the two. And I even wrote them down. Okay, here we go. Memphis.
You wrote it down.
Memphis plus 18 loss. Sacramento plus 18 loss. Miami plus 19 loss.
Yep.
What's happening?
It's a lot of losses.
What's happening?
Okay.
Clippers back to back.
All right, but now they got the Clippers tonight, and you know who's coming to town?
Kawhi.
James Harden.
Kawhi. Yeah, James Harden might be on the bus too, getting here. I don't know.
Okay.
When they get to the airport, maybe he'll go show up. The beard?
Go Spurs go.
Go Spurs go. You know what?
RJ, David, thank you guys.
All right.
Night 41, 68 degrees.
They really had to cut them off. They were going off.
We sometimes do.
That's good stuff. All right, so you're watching GMSA at 9. I love this. After the break, we're playing a little This or That Thanksgiving edition. Some of the crew here, including Mark, got to discuss their favorites and their preferences when it comes to Turkey Day. Stay tuned.
It's time to talk turkey. All right, turkey, fried or roasted?
Ooh, roasted. Legs, wings. I'm a limb person.
My Aunt Shane's roasted turkey, but her husband's smoked turkey a lot better. Roasted.
Roasted, all right. The correct answer was fried, but that's okay.
So what's this right here?
Fried.
Let's go fried. Yeah, let's do fried.
If there's one person who I need the approval from KSAT when it comes to cooking, it's Ursula Perry, so I would love for you to try it.
Yep. It did come out Cajun. It's got a lot of good flavor in it.
But this is fried turkey?
I'm just saying, you don't have to eat my turkey then if you don't want to. That's going for the bite. Okay, here, try the turkey for us right here for your first time. Right?
Oh.
Right?
Oh!
Isn't that good?
Wait, that's really good.
I know.
You're a great cook.
Thank you.
Fried if you're doing it. Like I said, I've tried it a few times. I nearly started a fire a few years ago.
Roasted all day long.
That's a more traditional
Oh,
way.
you have to say fried. I'm so sorry. I have a cough.
As long as you have turkey on Thanksgiving.
Oh, on my pit in the barbecue, baby.
Ooh.
That's the way I do it.
That's a different answer. There you go. Anyway, remember to count your blessings and take a plate home with you. And Texas Eats and KSAT 12 wish you a happy Thanksgiving.
It's beautiful. Just well done.
Now, I think we saw Dylan Collier chasing David Elder down the hallway with a microphone about this whole subject. So
controversial.
Look for an update with future investigation.
Yeah. So are you guys doing the turkey for your respective Thanksgiving dinners?
Just a small boneless breast.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think so. I'm not cooking, so I don't know, but I'm going to say yes. I'm going to guess.
You didn't? We didn't make it. We're not important enough to make it to the promo. Did you? What would your answer be? Fried or roasted?
Traditional roasted, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you can't go wrong either way.
I've just never had fried. I also wasn't invited to hang out and have a nice meal, but that's neither here nor there.
It did look good. There was quite a spread there. Yeah. Quite a spread. Speaking of Thanksgiving, if you're traveling, we want to show you some of the airport delays that are going on. DFW and Phoenix both reporting delays. Not a surprise in DFW. There's probably some fog and rain going on there. Most of the rest of the country is doing okay, although there is quite a bit of rain from Kansas City up to Chicago, Minneapolis, Rapid City. So there may be some issues a little bit later today. Just overall, you're going to see an increase in traffic. Here's a look at the roads. Okay here too. There will be some thunderstorms in places like Houston, Far East Texas. You'll want to keep an eye out there. But if you're going west, all is well. El Paso, shout out RJ. Sunny, 64. 81 in Corpus Christi, 86 in Brownsville today. There's a look at the satellite and visibility. Visibilities are coming up. Fog is lifting. We're starting to see some clearing. So as you get into Bandera County, sun's starting to pop out. It will be popping out here in San Antonio within the next couple of hours, I think. Once we get that clearing line through, and it's moving pretty quick, right out ahead of a frontal boundary. 68 right now, calm winds, still some low-hanging clouds. Let's look down the line. So we have the front coming through today. It gets windy. And then behind that, we got another system that kind of cuts off and moves into Mexico. Well, what does this mean for us? Wednesday, I think, is still pretty nice. We're going to watch Thursday, though, Thanksgiving, because as this low moves through, it may bring us a couple of showers. The air is going to be really dry, so I don't expect much, but there's the possibility of a couple of showers on Thanksgiving Day and probably more cloud cover before that moves out. And then we should get some pretty nice weather Friday into Saturday. So here's our forecast for today. And you see the front coming through around 1 o'clock or so and then moving east. And then you get the clearing behind it, the gusty winds as we get into tonight and especially as we get into tomorrow morning where we could see some gusts close to 30, 35 miles per hour. So heads up, it's going to be a blustery night and a blustery morning tomorrow. We going to see temperatures right around 50, gusty winds. It's going to feel a little bit cooler tomorrow morning. And we just showed you this, the futurecast for Thanksgiving. But small chance, very small chance for shower this morning, then clearing 80 degrees. We reached that midday, and then temperatures will fall off a little bit this afternoon. 63 Tuesday, 63 Wednesday, windy, especially on Tuesday, Monday into Tuesday. And then Thursday, we get that small chance for shower, and then we get another chance for some showers on Sunday as another front comes in. So a lot of back and forth weather here, but Thanksgiving right around 60, clouds, maybe a couple showers.
Time for an update. Bam, 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 bam.
Jam.
Wow.
Justin's not so shameless plug has worked.
Yes.
He was below $1,000. Wow. He's now above $1,000.
Thank you to all
Congratulations.
Thank you.
But more importantly, Max Massey,
wow.
what's it like to be you? Because it's your world and we're just living in it.
Honestly, a big thank you. First off, the month is not over yet, but a big thank you to everyone who donated over the weekend. More than 100 donations, as little as $5. But I think the big goal
Okay, you're
here,
done. Anyway.
The big goal,
Great talk.
we still have not reached our goal to raise more than $20,000.
And I think we could do it. We're 10 days out now, and I think there's still some play here. But all the other guys are on here. David's got 725. I've got 725. RJ 625. And we're going to make those. We're going to make that tote board change. So we want to make it easy for you. Scan the QR code or go to ksat.com/noshape. Any pleas or appeals to our lovely viewers at this point, guys?
Yeah, I see what these guys are doing. So I just posted something on my Instagram page at KSATRG with my link, and then I shared that on the KSAT page as well. So here we go. We're stepping up the competition.
I just want to thank the loyal viewers. I appreciate you for appreciating me, to quote George Gervin. So thank you very much. And go ahead, Cinnamon. Go ahead.
David's got the most distinguished beard out of all of us.
It's the greatest, that's for sure.
That's what I meant.
Can't see it, really.
And Mike O'Shea just like, hello?
Is that what you meant?
No, not at all.
Okay, most distinguished. No, hey, we just want to thank you for donating. It doesn't really matter. We like the little competition here amongst us, but it doesn't really matter as long as you're donating and as long as we're able to do some good for these 12 different organizations we're giving money to. So,
all right, guys, night 51, 68 degrees.
All right, we'll be right back.
This is an interesting picture right here.
I mean, this is the bro show. If you ever had one.
Look at this.
Wow.
We are thankful for a lot of things this week in particular. If you're looking for a way to give back, you and your family, there's still time to donate new pairs of shoes and socks to a child in need right here in San Antonio. SAPD is launching, once again, their Share the Shoes campaign benefiting Zapatos.
That's right. It is super easy. You go to any of the participating SAPD substations on your screen right now. You walk in, you have your new shoes or new socks, you walk right to the bin, and you drop them off. It's a great cause, and we know in previous years, they've gotten a lot of shoes. It's been great, but sometimes people forget about the older kids as well. So some of these specifically requested shoes, wider feet, and of course, you still have time. Step up, help out local families in need. Donations are accepted through December 12th.
And the good news is those SAPD substations are kind of spread all over town. All right, Justin.
All right, so we've got temperatures in the 60s right now. Still a little bit of fog out there. That clears. The sun pops out. We'll top out at around 80 midday. Front comes through, and we'll slowly cool off this evening going into tonight. But turning windy, that's the biggest takeaway here. Gusts 30 to maybe 35 miles per hour by tomorrow morning. Few showers on Thanksgiving, a little bit of cloud cover, so it could be kind of coolish. 59 is what we're thinking right now.
Guys, this was fun. Thank you.
Enjoyed it.
We'll do it again tomorrow?
I would love that.
Okay, that's a deal.
Hey, have a great rest of your day.